Hello, welcome back. Last time I got one sky key, so there's two more up here somewhere. Let's try this north path that has a sign at it. What? Okay. So... This is from Babel, so I assume what you mean by that is... These rooms up here use a concept from the world called the Tower of Babel. It would help to spell that out so I don't have to guess. And... Okay. I mean... It's fine. It's fine. Whatever. Sure. Let's go up here. So, that presumably had something else on the head. There was a monster there, so I start with a block on my head, and I can hop up onto it. Okay, sure. So now I need to, whoops. Right, I have up there and the angry eye doesn't anger. And I can swim along here as much as I want and push this off if I wish. I probably do. What does this do? Lets me back out. Okay, sure. Now, I think I needed to use that monster block, but I couldn't have. So, do I leave the room this way? No. No, right, I can just access from here, of course. Okay. However... if there's... I cannot get out of the room to the east. I don't know what room is there. This is the only one that looks like it might connect to it. If a monster who had been holding a push block is dead, and I re-enter the room, where does that push block end up? If this is clear... well, now I just get stuck here forever. So I guess the idea was, okay, so first time I've actually managed to get myself stuck for real here, I think. Okay, so let's just start at the end of that. So the idea was that I want to leave the monster block so the room is not clear. Right, so the answer is the block ends up on the ground and ends up blocking me here. So the idea is I need to get rid of the angry eye, then go here and come back. Then I have a hat, because the eye still existed when I entered the room, except I erased it, so the block was held up and didn't block my entry. Okay? And I needed that in order to climb over this obstacle. Cool. Alright. Bouncer. 5 statues. 3 in a row. Got trapdoors over pits on the ice here. So I'm going to assume I want to set all 3 of these up isolated in these spaces, and they'll be moving a push block around as this one pushes it. Can I go up here? No. Alright. So now this would get me... does it get me back to that waypoint? There's a waypoint here too. Okay, so just in case it's convenient to have waypoints pre-activated, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It's just a useful step to do first in rooms like this. So I presumably want to use this switch. That's the only way Statue B is gonna die. So I have to awaken you, bring you up here, then hop onto this, have it get pushed, and then there's a toggle door there. Both of those close it, so that's to ensure that I don't go that way, I guess? All 3 of those. I don't know what the point of this one is. Anyway, if I stashed statues here, here, and here, let's just preview what would happen. I get pushed there, and there, and there. That has to do with turn order. Then I slide here and get pushed there, and I'm in range of the switch. However, problem is, if I hit the switch, I fall here. Do I need to do something to prevent that? What's up with all this stuff? I'm not sure. So let's demonstrate the problem at least. So you would be number 3. That's all fine, I think. It's probably better if I do... Let's see here. Trying to look for the least messy way to do this. I think it's going to be very messy no matter what I do, huh? Okay, that's probably the least messy. I think that's fine. Now I can do a similar thing to the rest of these in relative peace. And not be able to get around. Maybe that's okay? I don't think it is. So then, let's do them serially. I'll take this out, awaken you. No, I'll leave that. Do this, probably? That worked for you just fine, sure. Now I have to do the other one, which is basically the same. I will leave those. And if I walk this path, you will get in and get trapped. And I think that's the correct order. Before I do this, I should summon you up there. However, this will not work. It'll clear the room of everything including ferrets. However, you exist. Okay, you're the wild card, maybe. Now, this is gonna stop you there. Ah, this one also acts as a pusher. Okay, so I get one additional push from here to here and then back. So, when I hit the switch, I end up there. That's fun. That worked. So if you look closely, the arrow on my block changed, sliding northwest. It looks like nothing happened, but something happened. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, and all the pressure plates here, just make sure this is closed at the time the statue tries to move so it doesn't come out of its cage. So then, I'm gonna get slid like that. However, I need to... I don't need to. I can do it then, whenever I wish. Okay, cool. Well, that was fun. Cool mechanism. Crossing the gap. Okay. So you'll drop yourself and bring down that bug stack. Got 2 waypoints here. Do I want to do the activate early and get out thing? Yes, I do. Just because that comes in handy. Okay, so a sacrifice altar. To kill this statue, and that's probably the only way that's gonna happen. Oh, and then there's all this. I didn't even notice this stuff. Okay, so I'm not doing anything if I don't go across the trapdoors. At most, I could drop this and then just have nothing happening. So that's my first step, probably. What's with this situation? I need this to, like, somehow elevate itself? Oh, hold on. So I have a stack of blocks and a statue. So a reverse monster sandwich there. 2 waypoints. Ability to claim those bomb bugs when I want them. So the whole point of this is to make a sacrifice here. That is on floor, not sky. Can it be the statue? I'd have to get it down and then into a place where I can pull it off here. With some difficulty, maybe. That's what I think about that. What's this stack of monster blocks? I have no idea what I'm trying to do, but okay, so there are 2 trapdoors here. 1 entry, 1 exit? That's not going to work. Now, I had the option to do this if I wanted. I think it's unlikely that I wanted. I also had the option to do this if I wanted. So initial room conditions could have been bomb bug 1 more north. Okay. So anyway, goal is something dead on sacrifice altar. Candidates are bomb bug, statue. Can't do a monster block because there's no poison in the room and there are no hot coals or pits or water under the altar. And I can't change any of those things. I have this little stack of 2 to freely push around. I can hop up onto it with sacrifice altars if I want. That's not the right altitude for awakening this statue. Neither is the stack of 3. I also can't stand on it because of the monster blocks. If I would boost up the statue on this, then it could be at the right height. Which gap needs to be crossed? This one? Okay, so I guess the way to awaken the statue would look something like this. That's a way to do it. So statues up high then. Wait. So ignoring the bomb bug for a second. That works. It's probably not the right thing, but I sure don't see what the idea is here. Yeah, so without constraints, again, I'm experiencing a lot of fatigue at trying to guess what a solution is supposed to be. I need actual enforcement in order to get answers like that, so with a lack of enforcement, this is just the only option that feels reasonable for me right now. There's probably something cool here. Maybe someday in a future update, if one of those were to be made, I could see the rest of the mechanisms on display here. So, that solution is the one that would need to be prevented, if author of this wants to prevent me from doing that. So, turn order. Please cross the path in the water with the block. Alright, clear instructions. I have a goal. Cross the path in the water with the block. Well, instructions. Not sure I'd call this clear, but maybe they will become clear as I study the room. Toggle for clothes, hot coals. Alright, so you can explode. My controls are basically shift bomb bugs back and forth, then choose when to explode this one to chain the explosion to the rest of them. The path in the water. Right, so basically the request is don't do that. I mean, I can't. It's hot. That does stop me from doing it. So no, that's fine. That seems enforced. Cross the path in the water. Or are you saying... Well, no. No, that doesn't do anything. No, the block has to go here. Cross the path in the water with the block. I mean, block just has to go here, right? This is the path in the water, right? That's, I guess, how I'll interpret that. Anyway, so if I just set this off without modifying anything, it goes there. So I need to set up an explosion chain with shifting all of these around, such that this ends up here from a single explosion originating there. So, alright, let's do some explosion routing. Let's go ahead and go straight into this mode. So we're going to start with an explosion here. Check it out, these draw and they're proper things now. So I can actually see what marks I've placed. I don't remember if I've shown this before, but I did in fact end up making that change. Orange circle, is that what I use? Red circle? I think I've been using red circle for explosion spots. Well, shouldn't it be white circle to match what an explosion looks like? That's more appropriate. Also easier to input because I only have to click one of these. Okay, so white explosion here. Yes, specific color of explosion. Then it sort of turns gray, but I only have white and black, not gray. Anyway, white's more visible. So explosion here puts the block there. So both of these spots were occupied. If I would then chain to an explosion here could be valid. I'd put the block there. If I would then chain to explosion here, the block would be there. And then I have problems. I don't think that path resolves very well. It is okay to go across here. The block won't fall until the turn resolves fully. Well, mostly fully. Until all the explosions resolve. Now, I also note something. This doesn't have to be a single transaction. I can do this. No, it does, because the switch... Well, no, even so. If I can lead the bomb bug into place, I can still do stuff like that. Okay, so here's the simple way then. Let me just confirm that this works. I'll try to do it in a single unit. But yes, that does clear the room. So if I wanted to do this in a single explosion, I mean, there's my backup plan if it doesn't, there's my backup plan if it doesn't work that way. Let's see, if that were something you wanted to prevent, I guess the thing to do would be to have, like, this set off a delayed mechanism that closes that, so that the hot coals would not be further accessible. I guess? That's what I think would work. Anyway, so, got that saved in case I want to use it. So for a single explosion, going back here, I mean, this has to happen first, and it's going to process first, so no matter what, the block ends up here. So my options for moving it are east, southeast, south, southwest, west, northwest, and north. I don't have northeast because this is occupied by block. North and east are the ones that most directly move it toward the pressure plate. I'm thinking east. If I send it east, then it's here. then I can probably set up this chain to subsequently send it northeast and then north? Yes, I couldn't do north and then northeast because this is used by explosion stuff. Okay, so if that's what I want, then I need a longer chain from here to here than it is from here to here, or not even true because of reading order. So if I just have bomb bugs here, here, and here, and here and here, the order will resolve correctly because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2 and 6. 2 goes before 6 in explosion order. Then 2's explosion processes and sets this off. This has already been set off. Then 6 processes and sets this off. But that's later than that's been done. So yeah, that's fine. Okay, so then the layout becomes... Sure, so the connective tissue necessary is here. Alright, so whites are the ones that do something, reds are the connective tissue. So, those are the bomb bug locations I would need for this theory to work, and their movement order doesn't matter because explosions don't process quite that way. Alright, so you're almost cooperative. It looks like I have more than I strictly need here. 1 extra. Okay. There we go. So that theoretically should do the job. It sure did. Cool. I don't know if I'm following this request. I think I am. Like, this is the path in the water, right? It's technically above the water, like, I don't know if I was supposed to interact with that, but I think this is how that was meant to go. It did have 1 extra bomb bug, so I'm unsure. Anyway, that's how I did it. Key escape. So 2 prime keys, 3 doors. I am bringing a spare prime key, but this is ill-gotten, and should be treated as though it doesn't exist. So I need to only open 2 of these doors, unless one of these keys is a double or there's an extra key hiding somewhere. There is not, unless under a door, because I know you can do that. No extra keys, okay. So I can go in here and open this. Or I can go here and open this. So one has a monster block, one has a... is the idea... no? Actually... oh, well. So here, I noticed there was an asymmetry between these two, and now I see how it's significant. There we go. So enter that way, that door never has to open. Cool. So you hang out there for a second, I just want to activate these. Now I have to get out. That should be very doable. All I have to do is ride some bomb bug explosions. And I have a monster block to help me position them. Alright, so everybody's in this chamber now. I'm going to hop up onto something. What does that something have to look like? If I had a bomb bug here and one there, and a block here, I could smack either east or south and escape. So that's my first thought. Let's see if I can set it up easily enough. Should be able to quite trivially, actually. Let's do the push block first. You're gonna move around. That's okay, I think. In fact, I would even call it convenient. Sort of. Sure. Not quite. Got some problems. I would need you to be a lot farther north first for this to work, and actually even then it still would not. But let's try it anyway, so before that, if I hop over here... Oh, no. Okay. Actually, that's problematic, huh? What if I do this? Okay, cool, but lots of problems. Still too many problems. Oh, but I have a solution. If I just push in this row, that's what the hot coals are for. There we go. Monster block can go away. That bomb bug did not advance on me. And now I have the time to get in here and smack either this way or this way. Both work. Cool. Okay. I think I did everything right in there. It felt about right to me. Need space. Okay, and this looks like the end of that little section. A flying snake carries a block. Statue is here and can be dropped with this. And I have a little runaround. Feeling a little short on tools here. How does the block carried by the snake help anything? I guess it goes on this pressure plate. Oh, those have trapdoors under them, of course. Got it. Okay, that's a good way to prevent me from breaking them early. Yeah, okay, so need space. I do not have space to do... So I can break this early, and this. That's not really good enough, though. There's a ladder. Okay. Aren't you funny? It's been a while since we had a ladder run around. Oops. Ah, yeah, this little spot here. I'd forgotten about you. Okay, so I have space now. The pre-break on that hasn't happened. Ah, but I need to do a run around this way, because otherwise I lose my advantage. But now I have the full advantage. There we go. Pow, pow, pow. Neat. Okay, good stuff. Cool section. I think I broke, what, one puzzle in here? Oh, what did I step on? An angry eye. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. If it's a newly cleared room, it doesn't show me Leaf's entry point, or does it? Is there a ferret here under this angry eye? No. So we just saw... Oh shoot. Well, that's... okay, that's my fault. I stepped the wrong way. Wait. Keys collected. Where's my replay for clearing that? Ooh! Did that also not save because it was a 0-turn replay? Hold on, that might be my fault. Then the other way. Because yeah, this is not... What's today? Today is not that day. That's old. Okay, so I just learned replays don't save if they're done on turn 0? Two things. So room initial state view is supposed to show Leaf's entry point if the room was... Oh, if the room was not clear when he entered. Do I register cleared state? I think I have some order of operations issues for clearing a room on turn 0. Yes, because that's not supposed to be able to happen. But, by the way the mechanics are defined, it can if you erase a monster. Oh, I have edge cases unhandled. Alright. Okay, so I'll go back here, restore to the end of this. And Yeah, that's fascinating. Okay. I mean, you hear the clear sound. If I step north, then I could have easily seen coming that I would entrap myself. But yeah, so it does not show me my entry point. Okay. I have some things to figure out. So now if I leave here, will it save this replay? As keys collected, but that should have described itself as room cleared. No, it did not register this room as having been newly cleared in terms of what the replay and initial state systems thought. Fascinating. Yeah, so I have a little desync between subsystems here. Okay, cool. So, north section of this is done. West section is next. Yeah, I enter here. I'll see you next time for this.